Thank you so very much for joining us today. My name is Lowell King. I'm the Regional Operations Officer for Goodwill Southern California, right here in the Inland Empire. It is my pleasure to serve as your host for today's event, because today we want to share with you some very special news about the continuing partnership between the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians and Goodwill right here in our backyard in the Inland Empire. But first, it's my pleasure to introduce a friend of Goodwill, a friend of the tribe, and someone I am so very honored to call a friend, Assembly Majority Leader Eloise Gomez-Reyes, to bring you greetings and to share a few words. Majority Leader?
Thank you, Lowell. I'm excited to be here and to share important news for the Inland Empire. We are announcing that the longtime partnership between San Manuel Band of Mission Indians and Goodwill Southern California is taking a huge leap forward. 3 years ago, San Manuel bet big on Goodwill, investing almost $3.5 million into workforce development for the Inland Empire. The largest grant of its kind, it propelled Goodwill's work forward to provide job training and career services for the region. Fast forward to 2020, when the COVID-19 pandemic brought devastating changes to the Inland Empire and all of California. With widespread sickness, many deaths, closed businesses, and skyrocketing unemployment. Today, Goodwill is ready to do what it has done since 1916, to give people who are down a hand up toward productive employment. The partnership between San Manuel and Goodwill can change lives for the better in the Inland Empire and help restore hope to our community. Let's take a look at how this partnership has transformed lives through the power of work.
We knew what the demand were for services in the region. That said, we underestimated what the demand would be for free universal access to employment services. Through this grant to date, 2,400 individuals have earned certificates or credentials that lead to jobs. Over 2,500 individuals have secured employment, and over 100 organizations have participated in training, professional development, and capacity building activities to serve unique populations.
San Manuel gave us $3.4 million. We took that and we have created a $50 million wage gain in the Inland Empire.
It is my honor to introduce Ken Ramirez, Chairman of the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians, who has some very good news to share with our neighbors in the inland region.
Hamintams. Hello. My name is Ken Ramirez. I'm Chairman for the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians. The COVID environment really posed many challenges. The workforce and the small businesses in the local area really took a downturn during that time. San Manuel is all about giving a hand up, not necessarily a handout. And so we quickly went and revamped what we were doing philanthropically and put some boundaries around our programming. And here we are today, able to provide services to places like Goodwill, but not only to share in philanthropic dollars, to share in job opportunities to lift the community. For the jobs in the Inland Empire, we really look at it as not only jobs, but we look at it as education. And through education and jobs in the environment, we're able to lift the community to a better place. We are the first people of the area. We're still very committed to the land. We're gatekeepers for the land. The tribe is very vested in how we move forward with our ancestral territory. And so we want to be good stewards. San Manuel is one of the top 10 employers in San Bernardino County. For that reason, we spend a lot of our efforts recruiting from the local areas. We have 4,500 employees currently today. By year end, into next year, we'll be increasing that by another 2,000. By next year, we will have employment of more than 6,500 people, which would take us from the top 10 to probably the top 5 employers in San Bernardino County. For those reasons, it's important for us to give back to organizations such as Goodwill. Over the past years, several years now, we've given grants to Goodwill to the tune of $4 million. Those are paid out over maybe a 3-year increment. Today, what I'd like to announce is that we are giving an additional $4 million to the Goodwill Industries to be able to provide services, whether it's a career pathway or opportunities for those less fortunate, to be able to have that leg up when it comes to employment and career opportunities. In Native history, you will hear about 7 generations and how Native tribes build themselves out, not just for today, not just for 10 years, not just for 20 years, but we build out for 100 years plus. We talk about 7 generations. So 7 generations, if you go all the way back to Santos Manuel, my great-great-grandfather, I'm the 5th generation. My granddaughter is the 7th generation. So the building in time that started with him to where we are today was purposely and intentionally done. The way the tribe is responding to our future and our vision as to where we're going is very much in that same way. We're building for 7 generations to come. I'm Ken Ramirez, Chairman for the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians. Please join us and do good, do goodwill.
We are so appreciative to Chairman Ramirez and the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians. This generous investment in our community will support the work of our dedicated, passionate, and talented workforce development team in providing job counseling, training, placement, and coaching for those in the Inland Empire with barriers to employment. Their investment in and their heart for those in need in our community is unmatched. And that need is greater today, now more than ever. It was great prior to the pandemic and is exponentially greater today. In response to the devastating unemployment impact of COVID, we launched a campaign called Do Good, Do Goodwill. It's meant to raise awareness of the impact this crisis has had on communities across Southern California. It's an invitation for like-minded celebrities, influencers, companies, peer organizations, concerned citizens, and government officials to link arms and do all we can to help support and return people to work. Do Good is a positive message in a challenging time, and in recognition of the magnitude of today's significant announcement, we are so very honored to count the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians as a valued partner in the Do Good, Do Goodwill campaign. Thank you. We look forward to continuing to celebrate together the lives in our community that will be transformed through the power of work.
Thank you, Patrick, and thank you so very much, Chairman Ramirez. This collaboration is so very vital for our region because together we can make good happen by helping to restore hope in our community.
We had done so much incredible work and lifted up so many people. And we knew that IE needed our services and those our partners provide more than ever. We knew that COVID would have a disastrous effect on jobs, particularly for individuals in lower wage and lower skill jobs. We knew it was going to be bad, but no one imagined it would be going on for so long or become such an economic crisis. As things unfolded, it became clear that entire jobs and industries were being permanently lost. A number of things we used to fear about the future were happening right now.
At Goodwill, we were concerned also by the closing of all our retail locations for many months. How can we continue to serve our people, the people in the Inland Empire, at the time when our region needs it more than ever before? Although our region faces many challenges, we believe we must do all we can to help heal our communities. And as the year progressed, strong calls for social justice prompted action, and diversity and equity and inclusion became frontline issues. 2020 was a hard year. Things we never thought would happen. COVID, so many jobs eliminated, the outcry for social justice, all made us even more motivated to be there for our communities in this time of crisis and great need.
I knew that Goodwill was closed. I knew that all of our partner organizations were closed. And we knew how much jeopardy our services were in not continuing the great work that we had taken upon ourselves in the last 3 years. And I knew that we weren't going to try to accept that. Looking down a list of our very best partners, one name came to mind: the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians. Time and time again, they have shown themselves to be tireless champions of the region and great supporters of our work. Not fully knowing what to expect, I reached out to Alberto and told him that we needed to talk.
The tribe's support of Goodwill was an investment in the economic health of the Inland Empire. But we know this work isn't done. And because of the pandemic, record numbers of people are facing the challenge of unemployment.
It means a lot to us here at Goodwill SoCal that in our darkest hour, that San Manuel Band of Mission Indians stepped forward and said, "We don't quite know how, but let's figure out a way." I'm drawn to the comments I've heard before from Chairman Ken Ramirez, who talks about how San Manuel Band of Mission Indians never forgets the organization that were there for them in their hours of greatest need. Similarly, we at Goodwill SoCal will never forget who our greatest friends were during our darkest time of need. The commitment that's being made by San Manuel in this latest grant of $4 million allows us to continue our mission-critical work at a time when it's most necessary.
Over the summer and fall, we kept talking with the Goodwill Southern California team about how we could do this. I wasn't even sure if it was possible, but the tribal leadership at San Manuel was committed to being part of the solution. We knew we had to figure this out. At the time, San Manuel's business operations were closed. Nevertheless, our commitment to investing in the people of this community remained a priority. We knew the region needed our help, and the tribe was committed to finding a way to do so. Even as tough times had depended upon us, the tribe truly values Goodwill as a partner, and we know that so many organizations benefit through their partnership with Goodwill. And in turn, the whole region benefits. And that's why the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians are making this commitment.
With sustainability and equity as two of our pillars, we invest in training and upskilling our participants for better paying jobs and career pathways aimed at long-term positive outcomes. With this grant, San Manuel Band of Mission Indians' second major investment in our work, we at Goodwill Southern California will be able to increase our ability to provide employment services, starting with meeting the needs of the thousands of dislocated workers from the COVID-19 pandemic. Expand the successful models we have built in educating and upskilling workers for next-level jobs in our Career Pathways program, and use it as a model to advocate for employment systems change at all levels of government and society. Facilitate regional capacity building, using a multi-layer approach to develop a network of organizations to provide universal service delivery in the region, and generate public understanding of and support for our workforce and career development work to help ensure its success.
This new $4 million grant award from the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians will expand Goodwill's job skills training and placement services at times when many workers have been displaced because of the COVID-19 pandemic. We know that by investing in Goodwill Southern California, the tribe is actually helping to uplift the entire regional economy.
And now I'd like to introduce Simon Lopez, our Chief Impact Officer, to share how Goodwill Southern California will put this investment to work right here in the Inland Empire.
With the resources provided by the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians, we can immediately address the economic disruption from massive job losses caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Our partners in the business community communicate their hiring needs, which are reflected in our training and placement programs. Through our partnerships with peer organizations with aligned mission services, Goodwill Southern California is able to increase our impact in the region. In these changing times, Goodwill's relationship with policymakers ensure that we are moving forward correctly, supported by policies designed and implemented in a manner that creates the most benefit for those who need it most.
We are grateful to the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians for their continued uncompromising support, not only of Goodwill, but of our entire region. The tribe and Goodwill both call the Inland Empire home. This is where we live, work, and play. This is where we raise our family. And we share the belief that all individuals have value, and given the opportunity, everyone can and must take part in our equitable economic recovery. Let us meet some of our partners facing the challenges and addressing the solutions to unemployment together.
This is why we work with Goodwill. When we first meet a person for hire, they may have been down, but they're on their way back up. It feels great knowing how a good job can give so much security in the way of food, housing, independence, provide for a family. We've been working with Goodwill for about 2 years. We hire individuals of different backgrounds and skill levels for a variety of jobs, including installers, IT staff, clerical, telemarketing. We look to Goodwill when hiring because they're excellent at promoting our opportunities to the right people and make it easy for us to come in and hire. It's a pleasure working with Serena and the other representatives from Goodwill. Because of our relationship, they identify motivated people who have been trained and have the job skills and the life skills to make great employees. And we certainly appreciate all that they do to help better the lives of people within our local community.
I have been working with Serena at Goodwill Career Education Center for about 2 years now. This partnership has enabled so many of our students outstanding career opportunities and exposure to companies and community events that they didn't think they would be able to participate in. One being the huge Starbucks youth event they held.
The programs they're able to offer are amazing, and I'm so grateful for our partnership. They are a huge asset to our community. Goodwill has linked arms with us and helped us grow through this partnership and the events they've held and the programming they've provided. Because of the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians' generosity, have encouraged us to work together and work smarter to create a better unified solution for our Victor Valley College students, alumni, keep our community here in the high desert with successful, good-paying jobs.
With everyone who comes through our doors, we spend the time to understand them as a person, ensuring they receive all the information and resources needed to succeed. This is our person-centered approach. Through our job centers, we can understand our community's landscape and the residents within it. Our peer and partnering organizations, the employers and their businesses, the challenges individuals face, and their opportunities for success. It's evident the grant San Manuel has provided our organization enhanced our peer-to-peer relationships to uplift our community and the individuals within it.
We know that the time for us to do mission-critical work is now, and for the next several years. Doing Goodwill is the difference between homelessness and hopefulness. It's about people's futures getting restarted right now. It's advocating for our regions and drawing attention for the need for like-minded organizations and funders to support our work, helping to transform thousands of lives, one individual at a time.
Hi, I'm Joseph Flores, and I wanted to share my Do Goodwill story. You see, back in 2019, Goodwill Southern California did wonders for me. Until then, I had worked mainly in the food service sector. I knew that I needed a change, and through the Greater High Desert Chamber of Commerce, I discovered Goodwill. They provided me with training, soft skills, hard skills, resume building, and confidence building. They prepared me so well for interviews, I was able to transition into an entirely new field, education. I got a job as an after-school program site director with American Youth in Action, which was just so fulfilling. And even after I was hired, Goodwill followed up to check in and to offer more training and resources. Who would have known? But this is what Goodwill does. When the pandemic hit though, Goodwill was still sending me information about available jobs and even Zoom interview tips. They didn't miss a beat. Soon, I was looking for a new job with more hours and higher wages. My experience at American Youth in Action, plus the skills training I received at Goodwill, working with Excel, spreadsheets, and other office applications, helped me qualify for my new position as a personal trainer. Goodwill never stopped assisting me. If I'm ever seeking employment in the future, I will look to Goodwill. I'm Joseph Flores. Do good, do Goodwill.
What an amazing story, Joseph. We wish you well in your continued success. And Charlotte and Jesse, thank you for believing in the power of work. Now it is my great pleasure to introduce Assemblymember James Ramos.
Sakwatalo hoele yunka, sakwatalo hoele yunka, wele yun, hoele yunka, sakwatalo hoele yun. I want to congratulate the Goodwill industry here in San Bernardino County for receiving from the people of Santos Manuel a $4 million grant to be able to move forward and to support our local communities and to be able to focus on technical trades to get those back into the workforce that have been impacted by COVID-19. It also shows the strong relationship with the people of Santos Manuel and with Goodwill and other nonprofits in our area, that when we grew up on the San Manuel Indian Reservation in deep poverty, it was NGOs that reached out to us. And it's believing and understanding that relationship that continues to build with the people of Santos Manuel, being able to now donate back to those in our community, keeping our community strong and moving forward. And to that I say, Iwi Yachai, Hakapa'ai, from Assemblymember James Ramos.
Thank you, Assemblymember Ramos. It is remarkable to witness the commitment and generosity of the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians as we work together to give our community a hand up to a better life. We are so very grateful for the tribe's legacy of service to the inland region. Thank you for spending part of your day with us, and please join me in thanking the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians for their continued support of the region. Stay safe and be well.